Hi students, this is a short video about the tongue. First, before looking into the gross features of the tongue, we should know few important bony landmarks. Landmark number 1, the styloid process. So everyone knows that styloid process is here, styloid process. Second one, in the mandible, you should know some tubercles by the name. These are the tubercles. This is called genial tubercles, superior genial tubercle and inferior genial tubercle. Okay, these two are important. So this is our hard palate and here will be our soft palate. Okay, soft palate is made up of muscles and connective tissue, so it will be here. So these are the important points we should know. Then only the student can understand the different parts of the tongue and where it is attached. So we'll see the different parts of the tongue. This is the tongue. So this is the anterior aspect of the tongue, this is the posterior aspect of the tongue. Here your pharynx is continuous beyond that. Okay, and then number 1, the tongue is divided into 3 parts. One is called the root of the tongue, another one is called body of the tongue, another one is called tip of the tongue. The root of the tongue is attached here. So if I place this, the tongue will be attached like this. So the root of the tongue, this part, the root is attached to the styloid process at the back. Okay, and down it is attached to the mandible. Look at the mandible, it is here. So it is attached to the hyoid bone down and mandible like this. So look at this, this is the position of the tongue. So it is attached down. Below the mandible you have another one bone by the name hyoid. So it is attached to the hyoid as well as to the mandible, and then above beyond that styloid process. That's why we are not able to swallow the tongue. So tongue is kept in place and the tip of the tongue is lying on the incisor teeth, like it is lying on the incisor. Tip is free, that's why we are moving the tip. And then the tongue is divided into 3 portions. This is called dorsum of the tongue and this is called the ventral aspect of the tongue. The dorsal aspect of the tongue is divided into 3 portions by a sulcus called sulcus terminalis. Look at this carefully. You can see something in the midpoint that is called foramen cecum. This is a V-shaped sulcus from here to here. It is called as sulcus terminalis. Just in front of that, this portion is called anterior 2/3 of the tongue. Behind is called as posterior 1/3 of the tongue. Beyond it is called as posterior most part of the tongue. This depression you can see, no, that is called posterior most part of the tongue. So these 3 are the parts of the tongue. This is very important. Then this is about the dorsum. Then ventral side, if I turn, ventral side you will be having 3 important structures. Number 1 is called as, all of you lift your tongue and see something is holding the tongue and it is a thin mucus like structure, membrane like structure will be there, that is called as frenulum. Okay, number 1 in the middle, frenulum. Both the sides you will be having the deep lingual veins. Beyond that mucosal folds you will be having, that is called as plica fimbriata. So 3 structures will be there. One is in the midline, frenulum. Second, both the sides deep lingual veins, and beyond that you will be having the mucosal fold, that is called as plica fimbriata. So this is about the ventral aspect of the tongue. So we'll keep the tongue in place, and then the student should write on the dorsal aspect what are the important features you should write. Anterior 2/3 is full of papillae. So what are the 4 papillae you are having? Number 1, that is called as circumvallate papillae. You can see the small dots here, right? That is called as circumvallate papillae, that is present in front of the limbs of the sulcus terminalis. Sulcus terminalis is like a V-shaped structure. In the middle only you are having foramen cecum. Foramen cecum embryologically, the thyroglossal duct, it originates in this area only. So this is the remnant of that. So foramen cecum. So in front of the sulcus terminalis only you are having the circumvallate papillae. You can see the round things, that is called as papillae, circumvallate 1. Number 2, on the tip and the sides, it means margins, you will be having the another papillae called as fungiform papillae. Fungus will be grown on the outside like that, you can keep it in mind. And then on the dorsum, see in the middle, it is rough surface, that is your filiform papillae. Filiform papillae is keratinized, so it is rough. To hold the food, it is rough. Okay, so keratinized. This is the only papillae which is stratified, squamous, keratinized. Rest are all non-keratinized. And then here last one is rudimentary papillae, that is called as foliate papillae. You can see some lines, that is called as foliate. Only in the cows like animals only it is well developed, not in humans. So these are the 4 papillae. Then posterior 1/3, if you go and see, posterior 1/3 it is made up of lymphoid aggregation, that is called as lingual tonsil. Okay, and then posterior most part is very important for spotters also. Okay, here this is epiglottis, this is tongue. So this is fold is called as glossoepiglottic fold. Since it is in the middle, it is called as median glossoepiglottic fold, and both the sides you are having lateral glossoepiglottic fold. This is one lateral, here also you have lateral. Between these two folds, the depression is called as vallicula. What is the name of the depression? Vallicula. Okay, finished. So these are the 3 different portions. So while doing the nerve supply, you have to be very important. Anterior 2/3 general supply and special supply is there. General is by the lingual nerve, special is by the cauda tympani. General means hot and cold. Special means sweet, sour, bitter, all these tastes. And posterior 1/3 both general and special are supplied by glossopharyngeal. This posterior most portion is supplied by the internal laryngeal part of vagus. Understood? These 3 are having 3 different nerve supply. But in MCQ and in spotters, we will ask you something, that this one, this circumvallate papillae, will put a pin and we will ask, identify this. You will be writing as circumvallate papillae, and the sub question is nerve supply. Though it is present in front of the sulcus terminalis, it is embryologically derived from the posterior aspect. So it has its nerve supply, it gets its nerve supply from glossopharyngeal nerve. That is the only important spotter and MCQ. Okay, so these are the 3 different things we have completed, and the next is the muscle. Okay, muscles, while writing the muscles you should write superior longitudinal. Okay, intrinsic muscles and extrinsic muscles you have to write. Intrinsic means which is present inside, that is superior longitudinal. Down you will be having inferior longitudinal, and then transverse, another one is vertical. 4 group of muscles. So superior longitudinal muscle, it depresses the tongue like this when it contracts. So longitudinal muscle will be like this from front to back. So when it contracts, it will be going, it keeps the tongue like this. So it makes the dorsum concave. Then only the food particle can be kept over there. Then second, inferior longitudinal, when it contracts, it keeps the dorsum convex. The food is placed over the and kept or attached or touched to the palate. So that is inferior longitudinal. Third one is transverse, which keeps the tongue broaden. Okay, broaden. Okay, and then the fourth one is the vertical. Vertical only it keeps the tongue broaden, and transverse it keeps the tongue lengthy. Okay, it just pulls the tongue lengthwise, it pulls the tongue. So these are the 4 things. So one is superior longitudinal, which shortens the tongue, makes the dorsum concave. Inferior longitudinal, okay, inferior longitudinal muscle is down and it also shortens and makes the dorsum convex. And the third one is transverse, it makes the tongue narrow like this. Transverse means the fibers will be like this, no? So it will become narrowed. So it will become narrow and elongated. Vertical one, it just flattens the tongue. So these are the 4 important things, and the extrinsic muscles are, one is coming from the palate. So palate to the tongue, okay, we will keep like this. Palate to the tongue, that is called palatoglossus. The most important MCQ is it closes the oropharyngeal isthmus. Okay. Second is styloglossus, from the styloid process, tip of the styloid process to the tongue. Third is hyoid bone, hyo to glossus, hyoglossus, and fourth is genioglossus, which is the most bulkiest muscle of the tongue. So genioglossus. So it is coming from the genial tubercles. I have already showed you the genial tubercle. This is the genial tubercle. So these are the 4 important muscles. The actions are, number 1, the palatoglossus, it pulls up the tongue because it is coming from the palate, and then already I told you it closes the oropharyngeal isthmus. Number 2, hyoid glossus, from the hyoid bone it is coming. So hyoid bone is in the front. So when it pulls, it retracts the tongue. And then third, styloid is also at the back. So when it pulls, it also retracts the tongue. And genioglossus, it is the biggest muscle, it depresses the tongue. So these are the this is a very important muscle, which is also called life saving muscle. Okay, it pulls the posterior part of the tongue and it prevents falling backward of the tongue. So, it is called life saving muscle of the tongue, that is your genioglossus. So, we have completed everything. Lymphatic drainage, the tip of the tongue drains into, already know, everyone knows, tip means it goes down straight to the mental nodes, submental nodes. Both the sides it goes to the submandibular. Ultimately, everything drains into the deep cervical group of nodes. And the nerve supply, all the muscles are supplied by the hypoglossal nerve except the palatoglossus, which is supplied by the cranial root of the accessory nerve via the pharyngeal plexus. This is very important. And sensory supply, I have told you, anterior 2/3, posterior 1/3, posterior most, already I have told you. So, these are all the important points regarding the tongue. So, we will keep the tongue, we will place it, I will show you. So, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. That is why I said the root of the tongue is attached to the styloid process, which is present at the back, as well as to the mandible and to the hyoid bone. This is called root, and this is your tip, which is mobile.